Hey guys, I'm Oriana Finlay. I'm in Sarajevo, Bosnia, and this is the $10 challenge. Sarajevo, one of Europe's most underrated and undiscovered gems. A city where East meets West with layers of rich history and culture. You'll find traces of Ottoman charm, Austro-Hungarian architecture, and Slavic soul all wrapped into one. With its cobbled streets, historic mosques and cathedrals, vibrant bazaars, and dramatic mountain scenery, some might say the city really has it all. So come with me as I explore this beautiful Balkan capital and show you exactly what $10 can get you in Sarajevo. Hello from Sarajevo, guys. I'm so excited to be here. This is my first time in the Balkans. This is our beautiful hotel, the Hotel Baskuka, I think that's how you pronounce it. Sarajevo is full of little local shops tucked into every corner, many of them overflowing with fresh fruit and vegetables. The fruit here in particular is so fresh and full of flavor. We spotted this little stand outside our hotel and couldn't resist trying some local produce. Okay, so we've just got a small bag of apricots, just a little bit of a snack while we're on the road, doing a bit of walking. Let's try these apricots out. Nice. For just 50 cents for the apricots, it was a great purchase. Just a few steps away, we stumbled onto Kovachi Street, a charming cobblestone hill lined with cozy coffee shops and cafes. One thing that you'll notice is that there are a lot of Turkish tourists, so they're catering very, very widely for that. I kind of feel like I'm in Istanbul, to be honest with you. There's a strong Ottoman influence in the food and drink here, and thanks to Sarajevo's history as part of the Ottoman Empire and with visa-free travel for Turkish tourists, you'll also notice a big presence of Turkish visitors. Kovachi Street is a great place to stop and enjoy some of that Turkish influence with a cup of traditional Turkish tea. It really comes alive in the evenings with fairy lights strung overhead in a cozy and vibrant atmosphere. Alright, and that is 3 km for the delicious Turkish tea. And if the Turkish tea and coffee aren't enough to entice you, many of the cafes here have their own resident kittens. Both Elliot and I couldn't help ourselves, they're absolutely adorable. Moving on, we walked just a few minutes into the heart of Sarajevo's old town. You also notice a tram running through the city. It's a popular and affordable way to get around, used by locals and tourists alike every day. Oh my god! That gave me a heart attack! Besides the massive truck that nearly poured gravel all over me, the old town is a magical place. It really feels like the heart of the city. The first thing I noticed was the number of beautiful cafes and restaurants, many of them serving a mix of Bosnian and Turkish cuisine. I also couldn't help but notice the sheer number of pigeons in the square. That's when I spotted a woman selling seeds to feed them, and I always like to do something a bit unique and different, so I gave it a go. What I didn't anticipate was the absolute chaos that followed. Oh my god, no! I was totally attacked by these birds. I didn't plan on getting attacked. It was especially funny how many tried to land on me at once, but I had to call it quits when they all descended on me and I ended up tipping the seeds onto the ground. It was definitely a unique experience, but one I would repeat. Well, that was definitely worth 50 cents. Okay, next up on my list, I'm going to look for a shot glass. As you guys know, I collect shot glasses from every country I go to. They're all along my bar, and the shot glass is what I'm going to look for next. Let's see if I can get that within budget. The Ottoman Bazaar in the old town is one of the best spots to hunt for a souvenir. You'll find everything from traditional Turkish coffee pots, often made from beautifully crafted copper or brass, to handmade bath sets and other unique pieces. Some shop owners even craft the items right in front of you, which makes it feel extra special. Beyond that, you've got all the classic tourist bits like plates, cups, fridge magnets, hats and flags, and pretty much anything you can think of to take a piece of Sarajevo home with you. Alright, so here are some shot glasses, and that is literally what I need. Hi there, how are you? How much for the shot glass? 5 marks. 5 marks. 5 marks for my shot glass. Nice. After exploring the old town, you eventually reach the river that runs through almost the entire city of Sarajevo. It's well worth taking a stroll along the riverbank. The architecture is beautiful, the vibe is peaceful, and it's such a charming way to see local life unfolding around you. Along the way, you'll also come across the Latin Bridge, one of the city's most famous landmarks. Just off this bridge is where one of the most critical moments in history took place. This is the spot over here which set off one of the deadliest wars in history, World War I. This was the trigger of World War I. This is where Franz Ferdinand and his wife were assassinated, literally on this spot right here. In 1914, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, was assassinated just steps from this bridge by a young Bosnian Serb named Gavrilo Princip. The killing sparked a political crisis between empires, triggering a web of alliances and rivalries that spiraled into World War I, a global conflict that would change the course of history. Sarajevo is filled with history around every corner. Beyond the remnants of World War I and the idyllic old town, you'll also find the Talisan, a stone structure built in the mid-1500s during the Ottoman Empire. Once a resting place for traders and travelers, its ruins now quietly remind visitors of the city's rich Ottoman past. So we appear to be in quite a nice trendy area, a nice trendy district. Lots of bars, lots of restaurants over here, and only around 5 or 10 minutes from the old town that way. But yeah, you can see there's a lot going on around here. Just along the same street, the vibe is lovely. There's lots of bars, people sitting out with drinks, and that perfect laid-back energy. On a summer's day, it's the ideal spot to grab a beer and take it all in. A few minutes away, there's a lively square in the heart of Sarajevo's main shopping district, and this is where both locals and tourists come to shop, stroll, and hang out. It's also where we're headed to try something I've been wanting to taste for a while, ćevapi, a classic Bosnian dish. We're going to this spot which is tucked away down a quiet alley that's easy to miss if you don't know it's there. Alright, so I've come here to get a ćevapi. Really cute side street over here with loads of different restaurants along the side. Ćevapi is a classic dish found across the Balkans, but it's especially famous here in Bosnia. It's made up of juicy grilled beef sausages served inside a warm fluffy bread called somun. Seriously, the bread alone is worth the hype. It also comes with a side of freshly chopped onion and kajmak, a creamy tangy dairy spread that's somewhere between a soft cheese and a clotted cream. Okay, about to try the ćevapi for the first time. You can see that beautiful meat inside and the sour cream. I want to first give that a try actually, just because I want to get the flavor of it. Ooh, that's delicious. It's like a mix of a sour cream, mayonnaise, and cheese is what I would say. Oh wow, that is a great combination altogether. That marries so well. One thing that I can say is very interesting about the Bosnian food is that you can see the influence from several different countries. So eating the meat with the sour cream and stuff is very similar almost to like Austrian and Polish cuisine. But then the grilled meats you can obviously see is very much influenced by the Ottoman, the Turkish Talisan. So it's a real amalgamation, a real mix of those two different cultures. And this delicious ćevapi, this humongous portion, is only $3.50, guys. So that's pretty good. Wait, so something really interesting that we just found out about this place, it's actually got a connection to Dubai. So the Bosnian Hunt restaurant in Dubai and in Abu Dhabi, they especially came over here to learn how they make the ćevapi over here because it's so good and it's so recognized. And so the recipe that they use in the UAE is this exact recipe over here. From here we headed to the covered food market in the middle of the city known as the Gradska Tržnica. It's a great little stop if you want to explore Bosnian cuisine, especially because a lot of the vendors offer free samples. Oh wow, beautiful.
It's like smoke.
You'll find things like smoked, cured beef known locally as sudzuka or suhu meso, which you can try at most of the stands. Another thing you can sample is that delicious cheese and sour cream mix I mentioned earlier, sajmak, along with a whole bunch of other local products. It's a fun and affordable way to get a taste of Bosnian flavors, even if you're on a tight budget. So in terms of a market over there, it's not really like a food market where you go and get street food. It kind of sells exclusively dried meat and that yogurty sour cream cheese, which I'm yet to find the name out of yet. With just a little bit of left of our budget, I wanted to experience some of the incredible nature that Sarajevo is known for. So we drove up into the mountains, spent the last of our money on a drink with a view. So we have driven out just 10 minutes of the city of Sarajevo, and this over here is the view that you get. The view is absolutely stunning and overlooking some of Bosnia's famous mountains. It's amazing that you can get scenery like this just a few minutes outside the city. And with that, I decided to try a local Bosnian beer. Okay, let's try the first sip of Bosnian beer. Ooh, that is a nice lager. And that over there is only $2. Still a bit overpriced at $2, but even with that, our total came to just over $10. So what does $10 get you though in Bosnia? A bag of apricots, a Turkish coffee, bird feeding, a shot glass, a delicious ćevapi, and a cold beer. Beyond that, there are so many free experiences to enjoy in the city, from the indoor market to the rich cultural history in the streets. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more great content coming soon.